Welcome back to NoName podcast.
No.
Yes, this is,
Yeah. Okay. Get up.
it's good to be back. It's been a
It's
long
good
time.
to be here.
Welcome to my friend,
Yeah, thank you.
not ghost friend, but my ghost hunting friend and friend.
Ghost friend.
Ghost friend.
Look at me, vanish.
Ooh, I'm
Okay,
alone
yeah.
now.
Yeah, you are.
So, today is the Halloween episode. What do that entail?
Some scary shit.
Scary ghost stories.
Scary business.
Maybe talking about some experiences, and maybe
Yeah, we have one experience, or that we both shared.
yes. And also, we can talk about other scary stuff that we have either seen or heard, or that scared you when you were young or little, or to this day. It's fine.
Yeah.
But I think this is too bright, by the way. Just sit there for a second.
The light, or is the
Yeah,
light?
just
Oh, so just like I said.
just wait a second. I'm getting there. Okay. Hold on. Turn it up. Yeah, this is better. This is better.
Yeah, this is way better.
This is exactly how I wanted it to
This
be.
is like Halloween. Look at your eyes, man. They're blacker than the hole. We're going down.
And also, just to make it a little bit more. There we go.
Just to make a scary episode, we're turning everything black.
Dum dum. So yeah, this is more appropriate, right?
Yeah.
This is nice. This is how we went when we were ghost hunting.
Nah, almost.
Yeah, almost.
Just a little bit darker.
So, first of all,
yeah.
tell the people about yourself. What are you? How?
I'm 32. I'm single. I work a lot. And
I like to go for walks.
this is a 90s singles commercial. Nå kommer ikke jeg til å klare å komme inn i denne episoden. Det der får du ikke lov til å ta med.
Do you want to tell the good people out there about who you are and everything? Because if people haven't seen you, have you been in gaming videos on my own?
No, not in any game. No, not any gaming videos.
No,
I don't think so. I've been in your friends'
just
show and
yeah,
the ghost hunting, of course.
the Norwegian channel thing.
Yeah, and yeah, the Pokemon channel.
That's right. Other than that,
just a quiet gamer type guy, joining Joachim for ghost hunting and trying to experience and figure out what's what in the afterlife.
yeah, because I think that's interesting in general, like to figure out it's more like I'm not like, I don't want to be like, oh, I want to see a ghost. That's not it. I mean, it will be cool. But it's just interesting to just,
As a person that I've seen it, as a young person, I would say I saw a ghost standing in our kitchen window while nobody's home and it's completely dark in the winter. Standing there, older woman in a white dress. My grandmother, who we think is the voice saying "mørk skygge" in the Norwegian ghost hunting video. She was alive, so not her. Yeah, I would like to probably see some more stuff, but after what we experienced last time with the boots and all that,
yeah.
And what I have experienced afterwards.
Yeah, so I've been interested in the paranormal stuff for a while in general. It's just been like a thing that is it's interesting to know about, because I don't believe that when you die, your soul and everything just goes away, poof, into heaven or hell thing. I think there's like
layers.
Yeah, like
Probably.
an in-between kind of, not an in-between world, but it's kind of just like another, yeah.
Yeah, it's like I talked to you about that after you, some of the items and thoughts that I have been doodling about is like when you die and they say that your soul is weighing I don't remember kilograms or something, but they say that your soul leaves the body and you get a little lighter after you die.
Yeah, I heard that.
I wonder if, since everybody is experiencing different type of voices, different text messages, and anything, it looks like everybody's experiencing different things.
Mm.
And I'm wondering if that is because when you die, your purpose is to go around and or go to somebody and find yourself a new host. But on the way you're trying to take care of the family, just looking at how everybody gets along after you're dead, and you kind of lose purpose.
Yeah.
And you kind of don't remember that you need to go and find a new host, so you just wander around. And that is why we experience different things each time.
Yeah. So it's not like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's just more. I don't know. It's just interesting to me to just figure out like if we like get stuck or if we are in a separate like alternative universe but we're still on the same. So like maybe like people who is alive and the other end we are dead at their dimension, whatever kind of thing.
We are the ghost.
We are the ghost. Yeah. So it's like, is that I mean, it sounds fucking wacko. I know that, but I mean, it's still like a, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds wacko, but what else is not sounding wacko? It's like if you say to somebody that doesn't appreciate, for example, your YouTube videos with Pokemon cards. We're both collectors of Pokemon cards, and we love them since we were a child. And if you say to a random person that isn't connected to Pokemon, never enjoyed it, that you're a collector of Pokemon,
yeah,
he's gonna look at you and like, what the hell is he on?
Why does he have like thousands of cards and pays so much
why?
for cardboard?
For him, that's an absolutely absurd reason and thing to hang up on. But for us, for me at least, when I think of Christianity and people going to church, like praying to something bigger, it's a purpose, but I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, it probably like, I guess it's like have something to, at least for me, it's like, maybe I'm not believing in any God or anything, I'm not saying that, but it feels like it's just like either a safe space or someone that could help you through hard times. A lot of people use it for, and it's like a guidance when you don't know what to do. I guess a lot of people maybe find that with like ghost stuff and anything else as well. I guess.
Because instead of using our time in church praying and hoping and wishing for something better in the afterlife, we are both searching for what perhaps is a thing that's gonna happen when we die. Because you never know, and our God or our heaven is the next kind of space to live in. Yeah, true.
It's weird. It's interesting though. I like it.
Yeah, it is.
So I think we celebrated. I think I chose to use my birthday. I think there was a weekend after my birthday, like 2 days after we were there, like 7th of May, and I had my birthday is the 5th of May. Yeah, that was 7th of May, I believe. So I think that was
it in the spring?
I think it was my birthday, because I remember like I was saying like, oh, people are probably like people are having parties and stuff on their birthday when they're like, but I chose to go to a haunted house, to a house that, like out of like just it's not like just like a desolate place, but it's just like it's quiet.
We have neighbors living, what would you say, 50 meters
But it's like it's just like a locked kind of just forest and fields.
Yeah, you never hear anybody. There's hardly any cars passing by, and everything is just set for a quiet mood and investigation.
Yeah, so for some reason I was like, you have to make this work around my birthday because that was the thing that I wanted.
This is my birthday.
This is my birthday. Yeah, but I didn't expect what we actually got there from the get go. That was just like when we put down the cameras and we heard like we can talk a little bit about it. I'm not gonna do the whole fucking video, but it's nice to do like a little behind the scenes or afterthought. At least for me.
Yeah, at least for you, because when I and your brother fell asleep, you still were awake and some incredible things. Yeah, it's weird.
I mean, the thing is like I wouldn't call it. It is. I don't. Is it a nightmare or I would call it a nightmare because it was kind of scary.
Yeah, I would call it a nightmare.
So yeah, it's just weird. Like when you guys fell asleep, I was having trouble with sleeping as always. I didn't help to sleeping on a kind of smaller couch and not being everything we have experienced that night. And I just heard like 3 so clearly footsteps, like someone was walking on your squeaky fucking the stairs, and it just stopped, and it fucking freaked me out as hell after the 3rd one, and no one was there, like no one. And I remember, I legit don't remember how fast I fell asleep. I just remember that I took the fucking blanket or whatever I had, and I just turned around real quick and just took my head into like the sofa, and I was like, you know, you're gonna sleep now.
This isn't real.
Yeah, you didn't hear that. Like you heard that, but that is nothing. You're just gonna sleep now. And I don't remember how fast I fell asleep, but it was weird. And like I think it's 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, or something. I think I remember texting you because I had a nightmare that I woke up in a nightmare. I was standing in the middle of the room between the kitchen and the living room, and I was my feet were stuck. I could literally just like turn around like a fucking character in the game. Then I just saw like the stairs, and I was like an older guy standing in the stairs, just looking at me straight up, just saying nothing, just staring blank.
But do you remember how he looks? Because you have never seen a photo of my grandparents.
I don't I remember.
Or you have met them.
No.
Yeah, you met them in our...
How I?
Confirmation.
Oh, did I? Okay, there was so many. I don't... there was a lot of people there.
That is like...
I was
15, 16, maybe 17 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, there was I don't remember all the people there.
No.
So if I met them, I would not recognize anyone. No. But I remember, like, I think I texted you what it was, but I don't remember now what they were like wearing and how they looked like. But I thought, but it's just I saw this person so clearly, just standing there, like everything was so like just normal, and it just all of a sudden there was just like this silence of just staring at each other, and then just woke up, and then I had to text you about it. I was like, this is a weird thing to have. And I think if I don't remember two, I think there was like something that was pretty close to how your grandpa was, right? Looked like his stuff.
Not quite sure. I don't think you ever texted me what he was wearing or what he looked like.
I did. I think I mean, it's probably in the messages there, but I think I texted you, but you said like something that was like pretty close to like the last years of when your grandpa was alive and stuff. That he was
probably. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember that. I said like he looked like this and this and that, and you said like that's pretty much like how my grandpa was the last years before he passed away. And I was like, Jesus Lord, that is creepy. Yeah, that was weird.
But did we ever in the video talk about me getting strangled in my own home?
No.
I don't think so.
No, we didn't.
And I don't think we mentioned it to your brother either.
No.
Because for those who doesn't know the story, I was watching over my mom and dad's 2 dogs, while my mom was at work and my father was in Lebanon doing some work there. And I remember standing in the toilet and hearing 2 loud bangs from the kitchen that is on the opposite side of the wall. And just a couple seconds later, it was like somebody came through the wall and started to strangle me. I couldn't breathe, and it took about 5 minutes, I guess, if I should guess at time, before the heavy pounding of my chest stopped and I could start breathing again. And no medical issues at all.
That's weird.
It's kind of weird.
That is not normal.
It was in a time with around the year of falling out on the side of the family a little bit, with some discussions and arguments and stuff like that. But it's kind of creepy to be strangled in your own home by something that you can't see.
Yeah.
And just feeling the marks around your neck, but nothing getting visible at all.
See, I haven't experienced anything like that. I just had like family members who lives and have lived like in houses that was really like the chandeliers were like swinging in the middle of the room, and like the heard like big shelves filled with stuff just fall over in the hallway. But when they walked there was nothing. Like my grandma was there, and she's like, you know, she was just taking care of my cousin.
Yeah.
And she didn't. My cousin, though, she talked to someone upstairs all the time, and obviously there's someone living there. I think they figured out who he was as well. But yeah, there's sort of like this loud ass, just like the whole shelf, it all like filled with shit, just fell down from the wall and to the ground in the hallway, and they rushed to see what it was. There was nothing falling down. There was like clear as day, just like if something should have like
tipped over
like in the next room, like next door. You would be pretty freaked out and scared, because they felt like a shock as well. They felt like something was hitting hard. There was nothing, that was just all there. So, but I think they figured out that was like the people who sold the house to my uncle, their mother died in that house, I believe.
Yeah.
Where there was the most activity, like because she died in the house, in the living room, where now the sofa stuff they have it now. She died in the bed there for.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So she was like, oh yeah, that sounds like my grandma. Or that my mother.
That is kind of creepy. Somebody else's mother or grandmother is haunting your house.
What is going on? Why is the recording fucking up now? You okay, computer? This has never legit happened before. Hello? I can't. Where? This is weird.
Just like I said, I've felt several times, and I was always feeling that after we went to Bingen and discovered or investigated and got the noises, that I've always after that had somebody close to me, or that I feel a presence somewhere. And that is also the reason why I bought the cross that you know of, that you joined me to buy. And it is kind of scary, yeah. It's like I never hear any voices, or I don't ever see any people, but it's just the feeling of presence, that it's always somebody there.
I think my computer froze. Why?
Yeah, it looks like it's kind of dead.
What the fuck happened? Why did it freeze now? What the This is weird.
Yeah, it's a Halloween episode. Why not?
Like, I'm not joking. We are not.
And the funny thing is that we joked about this earlier today, before watching an episode of Ghost Adventures, that your renter of this apartment is saying he doesn't want to know anything if there is anything or you hear any voices.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that it could have been cool to set up a camera and something like that. And you're like, nah, the shit never happens here. There's nothing like that here. And all of a sudden we're filming a Halloween episode podcast, fuck's sake, and talking about the ghost that
That's weird.
that we experienced, and your computer is completely turning off.
It just froze because I saw the recording just that it didn't move anymore, and the timer stopped. Why? Well,
then I have a question for you, because we're filming in night mode, so you'll see if there is any particular light bulbs or something going around. But will this microphone pick up anything between? Yeah. It's
like low noise sensitive, so we can.
Then we can really turn this into a Halloween podcast. And I'll ask, because since I'm always feeling that there is a presence near me, can you say something into the microphone if you're here? Who are you, or do you not like that we talk about you? Looks like your PC is finally turning up, at least. But are you, if you're here, if there is anything here at all, are you the same person or entity, or what should I say, energy that we experienced back home in Bingen? Well, you'll figure out later.
I will figure it out.
But if you figure out later on, you're gonna be freaked.
Yeah. And honest to God, my computer has never froze. This new one has never froze on, like, just in general.
Yeah, and it's completely new.
Yeah.
I bought it this year.
Yeah. It's just the whole computer just froze. What the that's weird.
Should I dare the energy to freeze your computer again?
No, please.
Okay, don't do it.
I'm wondering, is it still on the same sound, right? Yeah. Okay. I don't know, man. Strange. Yeah. It saved at least when I pressed stop, even though timer wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but
we'll never know.
But yeah, like you said, talking about the cross that you bought, right?
Yeah.
You want to tell about what? I mean, obviously, like the first thing.
Okay, the first thing would be me getting strangled and not thinking about it until we went investigating back home. But you can probably put on a clip here that screaming sound where I scare myself first with the recorder, and then with the loud sound after that scared the shit out of all three. And you guys closing the door on me. That was the most scary shit ever. You closed the door and I was in there all by myself. And the third thing is when you said that the recording picked up 3 heavy boots going around in the living room while you're sitting dead silence in the kitchen, and I'm up in the what should I call it? I call it attic.
Yeah.
And it's asking questions. So neither of us are up on our legs.
Yeah.
And those are heavy boots.
They're really heavy boots, like heavy worker boots.
Yeah, and I'm never ever wearing any heavy worker boots like that.
No. So I'm gonna bring that camera next time for sure, because it did. I think that's the same camera I picked up. It says, in Norwegian, dark shadow.
Yeah.
It's the same camera I picked up that, and all the weird, like, kind of either. You know, the little snap noises and the little sounds like kind of not a scissory-ish kind of. Yeah, that's the same camera picked it up in the same. So that's a great microphone.
Yeah, it's a great microphone. Too bad it's not infrared.
Yeah, I think I found that camera at work. We were gonna toss it in trash.
Yeah, you talked about.
And I was like, maybe I can use this. If not, I'm gonna just toss it in myself in the trash. If it's not usable.
Yeah.
I didn't know I had to buy an extra battery to make it work because there was no batteries in it. Or a charger, So it could be just not working when I bought it.
Could be.
But I'm happy about that. Because that was so scary though.
That was kind of scary, and that's the reason why I bought the cross. When the thing all of a sudden is on camera and we have it that we actually experienced it, and we can, honest to God, say, at least for our own sake, that neither of us tampered with the video, and the reactions are so genuine that, at least for me, is I was scared to shits.
Yeah, same. I mean, I was scared, but it's also the reason I'm laughing while we hear stuff is because it's like you don't believe that you could hear it yourself, because you see these like
you see Ghost Adventures.
You see Ghost Adventures and all that kind of, and there's a lot of like knockoffs, so obviously just put in sounds like the ones that like try to earn out of Ghost Adventures success and trying to just make their own stuff. There's a lot of them. And there's just so fucking corny, and it's obviously like it's just bad.
Yeah, and it's bad acting, and it's bad placement of sounds, and you see that the acting is there.
Yeah. So yeah, but the acting wasn't. I would not spend my fucking night in the middle of not middle of nowhere, but I wouldn't like spend my night there just pretend filming all night and then adding in sounds and being like, okay guys, now we're gonna scream and be surprised. Like that is so fucking dumb. So yeah,
it would be, and honest to God, I'm not that good of an actor. You can see me in Friends, and I'm not good at all.
I mean, you can see it on the clip when we walk out of the basement when we hear the sound.
You can see that I lost every emotion. I'm just
disconnected for sure.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah, like I think I pointed it out when I watched it with one of my other friends. When she was watching it, I just paused at like when you walked by, and you're just staring forward with no. You're not like, you don't seem in a hurry. You don't seem scared. It's just like a blank stare.
Yeah, everything just went down and completely dark.
Because me and my brother were legit like we were laughing, scared, because it was like, what the fuck did that just happen? And you were just like, you disconnected like the second.
I didn't want to know that happened at all, because that was some scary shit.
So yeah, none of us would have even.
But the best we can say about disconnecting is when we are up in the second floor, and you're asking so many questions. What is that? Did you hear that? What is that? And both me and your brother are like, we're in a different world than you, or a different dimension, because we don't answer. We don't hear you.
Yeah, it's weird. I just asked you guys, did you hear that noise? And you guys just standing there in silence, just asking, and then you start
and we are also talking between
each other,
me and him, and you are like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, I was like, did you hear that? Did you guys hear that? And they were like, yeah, it's cold there as well. You guys, I was like, guys, come on, can it just someone please
answer me?
Am I ghost now? Like, are you not hearing me? The fuck is going on? It felt like two different, like, you guys were like so, like, it was zoned in on something else.
Yeah.
And I just heard like this weird, like,
ticking sound,
and there's like these noises behind me and around me, and it's just weird. So I don't know what it was, but you guys didn't seem really interested in what I heard.
We weren't interested at all.
You had your own.
Yeah, as I told you many times, I genuinely do not remember, and I can't say that I never heard you ask the questions. And that is the most creepy, because you can hear it so clear and loud in the microphone.
Yeah, I stood next to you guys as well. I wasn't like far away. I was like we are sitting now, almost at some points.
Almost at that.
Yeah, that wasn't like you could clearly hear me when I was talking. It wasn't like you couldn't hear me. It was weird.
Kind of weird.
So it's, I don't know, but I'm excited. But next time we're going there now, now we actually have more stuff to capture with.
We have more stuff to capture with, and we're also because I think your brother has never been there, and I also think that he kind of, as a new person in the house, made something feel like a threat, or that he was there, and he shouldn't be. And next time we're gonna be 6 people, most likely.
Jesus.
And with 3 persons that have never been in Bingen at that location, never been in my parents' house, and have no connection with my family at all. It's going to be interesting to see if we get a similar reaction, less reaction, or if we're going to get more reaction.
Yeah,
because as I told you, when I was living at home now, and I was walking outside, my parents are asleep. They're pitch black. You can't see anything, and as I grab for the door, you hear, "Hello." And I turn on my flashlight and I walk around the house, and there is not a single person there. I check up to my neighbor, and it's completely dark. They have no light on, and there is not a single fucking person in the area. And I can sure as hell say that the moose don't come and say hello right next to you when you take the door handle.
Yeah, that's true. True. Yeah, that is scary.
So probably we can film outside too.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I was going to ask that. Is that a thing that should we like sit? Because I mean, we figured out. I mean, we didn't figure it out, but we found some of the back history as well of the.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I looked at it, but it's a back history of him, the owner of the land. Was it 300-400 years ago?
He was a priest, right?
Yeah, a priest and a huge businessman.
Yeah.
Back in the days, he lost, was it his wife and 2 children to disease?
Yeah.
Not at the land where our house are, but he owned a pretty big amount of the land.
Yeah. But it's just, is it like, I don't know, because the noises that we heard from the recording, it sounds like a growly thing. It could be, and I don't know what it is. It's weird because I don't know. I don't know how to explain everything.
It could be something angry trying to talk or make a sound, because we kind of ignored it, because we went down in the basement turning off the lights.
Uh-huh.
And something just scared us, like dead serious, scared the shit out of everyone. And I can't understand why, but we never figured that the basement was the epicenter.
No, we never did.
Because we went upstairs, and we got some sounds up there that's not in your video.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't find it again.
Yeah, I couldn't find it.
But we focused most of the part up there and was thinking it was there instead of going down.
Yeah, because it just the whole sound went through the whole building kind of thing.
Yeah.
It sounded like, you know, when you're trying to find like a alarm or something and you put it somewhere but you don't know where, and you're hearing it's like, oh, that's from behind me, but it's straight ahead kind of thing. It's just the noise sounded upstairs. It didn't sound like it was a basement sound at all.
Not at all.
Either I was like, is it living room or upstairs?
Yeah.
I mean, we heard it from the basement the first time, but I was like, oh, maybe moved. Like it sounded like that.
But I feel like probably something either pushed us to never think of what's downstairs, or to investigate downstairs, or we just mentally blocked out that we got scared down there and got the sounds.
Yeah, because we went down there and put a camera there just to be sure that if there's more stuff, and put the good recorder. I'm so glad with the good recorder there.
Yeah.
To get like the crispy growl thing when we weren't there, and the tapping when I asked about the pocket knife.
Yeah.
That if the same person knocked the pocket knife down, we got like this tap in it's like a
it's like
a plastic tap right into the. It wasn't like on the metal thing. It's straight on the product on the microphone.
Yeah.
That was the only time it actually did that. And when we asked...
Yeah, and when I asked how many persons were in the kitchen, and it answered with first 2, and then you can hear faintly 2.
Yeah, I can hear it too, and it's weird. So it's just... But now I'm probably going to use the still a bad one. It's just a pain in the ass to fucking
Yeah,
import.
that's up to you. We got 3 good recorders now, maybe 4 if we buy. If we're gonna buy the other one we saw.
Yeah, that's really cheap. You can get. That was just. Yeah, it's like we have 3 of the good ones now, which is nice.
Yeah.
So we had 1, and hopefully we'll get more cameras. But now we know the layout kind of more. And wasn't it like a problem with? You told me about the basement, right? There was like some issue thing
with the battery.
Or there was, like
or
after it at a house in general, wasn't like some.
Yeah, the sewer. What should I say? Snapped. It broke into outside.
Was it like outside thing or was it like?
Yeah, it was just outside the window where we heard the sound. Outside there's a pipeline going to the sewers, and that was broken in 2 in the middle.
Weird.
Yeah,
I mean, it could happen. It's just
very coincidental.
It's because I remember seeing like the kind of glowy light thing coming through the windows and into us, kind of like standing outside, walking in towards us, and it's weird.
Yeah, it is.
Because that was the only time there was like a gold kind of flimmery, kind of like a red gold flimmer that was different from. There wasn't the orb. No. It was like a shining coin kind of thing.
More like the flimmer that we saw on Ghost Adventures now.
Yeah, just like it looks like kind of like a headlight of like some lantern kind of thing. And
either that or if it's like a coin that
a reflection, like a reflecting gold coin kind of thing. There wasn't like a orb thing.
Yeah, or just a reflecting metal surface or something.
Yeah, it just went. It's weird. So I feel like the basement, but yeah. How are you gonna? Do you have to go 2 and 2 then if you're 6 people? How are we gonna do that?
I'm not quite sure, but I wonder if we're going to try more like the setup that Ghost Adventures are doing, because they have this home as epicenter where they are sitting.
Yeah.
And inside the living room outside where I was living.
Yeah.
There has never ever been a sound in there, and as long as I lived there, there was nothing at all. So we can probably sit out there and then have different people going in and out of the house trying to do recordings.
Yeah, I'm for sure leaving. I mean, I do not.
We need to leave the cameras and recorder inside.
I mean, at least the recorders overnight if we're gonna sleep there.
Yeah.
That's gonna stay on there. I'm gonna put one on the fucking stairs. I do not care. It's not haunting me, but it's just fascinating.
Yeah.
Is it like a residual thing that just keeps repeating sometimes, or is it just a one-time thing? Like.
No, several times, because you have been there when we haven't heard anything, and you can clearly see the dog standing up and watching out to the hall, and is like, "Hello, are you coming in?
Yeah.
Why are you standing out there? Who are you? Or you are familiar. Come on, let's talk."
Yeah.
So.
And I just want to like put one down there, one in the kitchen, and one in the basement.
Of course, we need to put one in the basement again.
I feel like putting it on a kitchen counter or like on the floor in the middle, like at least just a silent place there and one in the stairs.
Yeah.
Just cover that and just keep them all rolling all night or something. If we're gonna sleep there, I do hesitate to do that.
I know you do.
Because I can't, like, that's the thing that was the worst thing. Like the sounds that everyone heard, it's all good. Like that is not scary. It's scary. I wasn't scared then, but like it's just the silence of just laying like vulnerable in the fucking sofa about to sleep, and you hear like
you feel like this.
Yeah, it's like kind of like the squeaky drum chair that I have.
Yeah,
it's like all, not like all, but it's like squeaking wood, and it just stopped, like a big one, and it stopped. It didn't step on the floor. That was like I heard it wasn't like a floor.
It was still on the stairs, like standing.
Yeah, standing on like around the corner. Yeah, I feel like someone was just like having their arms around, like out, and just or like tilting out, watching me. That is worse than what we experienced awake. Like, yeah, the noises was scary, but it was just I was still laughing at it because it was so amazingly cool at the same time.
Yeah.
But the stairs wasn't amazingly cool. That was fucked. That was fucked.
But you remember we scared my father with the video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he was watching it to see what we had done, and halfway through, he can hear either a dog or a kid or anybody else standing with a tennis ball and like bouncing it up and down. And while he was watching the video, and he was like, I'm halfway through, I'm not watching anymore. No way.
Did he get? Yeah, he get to the sound then, right? The basement sound. If he was, I think.
Yeah, I think he
because
got to the basement.
That was quite early on. I think that was the first thing before we.
Yeah, that is the first thing.
That was the
we showed was when I scared myself, and
yeah, that was the intro, and also the first thing we experienced because we were putting out cameras and we were about to turn off all the lights, and we never turned off the lights in the basement fully.
No, we didn't dare.
We didn't. I was like, that is the one place that needs to be a little bit lit up.
Yeah.
In case.
But this time it's not gonna be lit up at all. We need to turn it completely dark.
I don't want to close the door then, because last time I closed the door behind us when we did that.
Yeah, and we're not gonna do that again. But I'm questioning if somebody's going in there, we're going to have to shut the door just to be closed in and to experience.
Yeah, that's why I
see if we can experience any sounds.
That is why I closed the door in the first place, because I was like, let's close this. If stuff happens in there, you have the door closed, so it's not like a sound from the hallway or whatever.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, that was my logic of doing that. That's why I closed.
Kind of stupid logic,
but in my head I was like, that makes sense, because it's like,
it makes sense.
If you want to hear sounds in here, then close the door, because the sound is more, you can hear where it come from.
Yeah,
and that's why I did it. So I was like, no, that's a good plan.
Yeah, that is probably also the reason why I locked me inside after we heard a sound.
Yeah, we kept the sound in there. We don't want to. We
don't want to be in there.
We don't want that sound to escape. But it didn't escape though. Yeah,
I also think that maybe it's locked down there for some reason, because even after we had the door open, after we put the recorder down, we never ever heard that kind of sound anywhere else. It was always in the basement. It's
basement, yeah. That's why it feels like that's kind of like a hotspot thing. Kind of not a hotspot. I feel like that's kind of where the center of it all kind of comes
where
from.
The energy lives, or
in general, that is. Oh, I watched a great documentary yesterday, Robert the Doll.
You and the dolls.
It's so good though. Like, I mean, it was like a kind of 30% like recreated, like they filmed like the backstory, kind of like just retelling from the kid who had the doll and like what happened, and then they switch between that, like it. And it's fucking weird because there's like thousands of people. There's like rules. Do you know about this? The rules to ruin Robert the Doll.
I don't know it.
It's like it's in a museum. You can go and you can go and see it, but they have to have rules walking in there. Then you have to say hello and your name. And you have to, if you're going to take a picture, you have to ask for a permission to take a picture of it.
Okay.
And
but do you get an answer?
No. It's just you have to just follow the rules of Robert, or else he would just like basically just
creep you out.
Oh no, he would just like ruin your life in general, just like health issues stuff, and people are like lost their family members rapidly, and they just lost their job, and they got divorced, like family members dying right afterwards, and they're having and you have to just be respectful towards him, and you have to say goodbye every time. And if you don't do all of that, and like people are thousands of people sending letters every day. There's thousands of people coming in there every day, and they receive like tens of thousands of letters of people who's saying, Robert, I'm sorry, I didn't know, I'm sorry. Like there's just like people like losing. I think they lost their wife, their mother, the dog died. After that, they lost a job a week after that, and they just got ruined. They lost their like everything. Just bad shit started to happen, and they like felt like they were held down in the bed and stuff, and like fucking weird. Like it's a weird thing.
Yeah, and it's very it's a big coincidence that everybody drops dead, or you lose something, or you lose your job. But then my question is, why would you risk? Because we don't know. There is no answer to this. There is never going to be an answer, probably until we die and see what's after. But if you believe that there could be something, and you just want to risk it, you have clear instructions, and you just want to risk it, and you end up losing something.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who did that.
Then my mindset is, why would you even consider walking into that room? Because I know that I'm never gonna believe that a doll 100 miles away from me is causing somebody to die. But I would never risk going in there and being, what should I say, stupid.
Yeah, they tried to. A lot of them said that like there was victims there, like that was interviewed.
Why tempt fate?
Yeah, there were like victims there that was being interviewed and stuff, and they literally said like, oh, one of them were like just like he didn't see why that was a real thing, and he just mocked it and like took a lot of photos and just made like faces to it and stuff, and like and also we shouldn't touch the glass thing, and he just like took on a glass, ever felt the glass.
Yeah,
and a lot of people are like, and one of the women, like the women there as well, they were like, I knew the rules, but I wanted to
push it,
see what happened if I went a little bit out, and like they just, I mean, because the curiosity of is it real or is it yeah. So a lot of people like they getting like thousands of letters of people being like please stop this. Like people had like 8 or 6 years afterwards, they still had like this curse over them afterwards. And it's weird. But I heard like they had like a psychic to went through the house of where the doll came from.
Yeah, because
originally the doll were made just one of one, like in Germany in 1940 or something. No, 1900. It was really early in the 1900s.
Yep.
There was just like one-off, like a display doll, and they got that for their son or whatever, brought it back to America. And then the son gave the doll the name of his name. So the son was named Robert, but they switched name, so he called himself Gene. And the doll got called Robert, so we called the doll Robert. It says, no, my name is not Robert, my name is Gene. And the doll now is Robert. That is like it's switching souls, and he dressed the doll the same as he was wearing, and shit. And later on, he just got obsessed with it. It's really good. But like the psychic woman there, she felt like because there was like lores of like the worker there or something, did like some voodoo thing, because I obviously had like people who working there. I was back in the day, and they had like obviously the people who were working in their house obviously were black people, right? Like you just maids and whatnot. And I think the lore was like the legends, at least, it's like there was like put like a voodoo cursed thing on it because of something happening in the house. And like the psychic woman went to the museum in Florida, and she said Robert wasn't one entity, like one person hunting it. This was like more a portal of spirits connecting to it, and like some spirits just grabbed onto people with different curses. So it's not like the doll isn't one
entity.
Yeah, it's just like a magnet of collecting. It's weird.
Then my question is, isn't it protected with something? You know the Annabelle doll.
Yeah.
You want to buy the Annabelle doll. You're a crazy fucker. You want to buy the Annabelle doll.
I want to buy the replica though. Not the.
Yeah.
I don't want to buy the real one.
No, but the replica, you'll never get a chance to buy the real one. But the real one is encased in safety glass and is put spells on. And it's never ever coming out of the box unless somebody lets it out.
Yeah.
And then my question is, why isn't that the case with Robert the doll? Why can't they keep that in?
I don't know. I don't know the lore of. I mean,
is the entity so strong? Are they so dark that they break the spells?
Because I think Annabelle was just like one girl, right?
Yeah.
But Robert the doll is kind of like just a whole entity magnet kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a voodoo kind of magnet spell that just like messes with people if they don't.
And it's not like we're saying that if you stand in the bathroom after 12 and say Blood Mary 3 times to the mirror, you're gonna get haunted by Blood Mary, because it's not gonna happen.
I mean,
I guess, but I would never attempt to test that fate.
Oh, I tried it like 5 or 6 times. I haven't happened yet, so I'm good.
Yeah, actually, it's like I said, you can test it and you can tempt fate, but at some point, like with Robert the doll apparently haunting a lot of people.
Yeah.
Why would you?
True. Yeah. It's like I want to buy a Ouija board so bad, but not be using it. I just want to collect it for that aesthetic. Hold on. While you were watching Ghost Adventures, I was looking up Ouija boards just to see how much they cost.
Yeah.
Because I do like the aesthetic of it. It's cool to just have
it's kind of cool piece to have on the wall or something.
Like an old one. Like it looks like the older kind of vibe on it, not like the newer one.
But then again, my question is, why would you tempt fate? Because if you buy a old one, you never know what's attached.
True.
And neither of us, or I don't believe many people in Norway are putting spells on dolls or anything cursed.
I mean,
but
not that I know of.
Exactly. Then if you get a haunted Ouija board that you buy from Great Britain or USA.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
So, funny story, my mom, when she was younger, they had a Ouija board because everyone had that. Like, I mean, in the 70s and 80s, people had that. That was like... Of
course, everybody had that.
Because a Ouija is like, that's a brand, right? That is not like, that is just what it's called. Like, that's like a brand who sell that. They must be fucking rich, though. Like the Ouija trademark.
Yeah, they are pretty rich. Like Ouija Shark.
Yeah, Ouija Shark, my favorite movie.
But it just came to me something while you were talking about the Ouija board. That when I was younger and went to school in Scottsdale, I had a couple of friends that were also into the paranormal side and wanted to test out something. So we were... It's quite funny to think about now, but also not pretty clever if there ever was something. But we were sitting outside because my friend had seen that if you chanted something, you could ask something to blow on the fire, and it would blow on it, or it would do something.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember we were sitting out in a tree house, no wind, nothing at all, and putting on a fire in the middle of the floor, and we were sitting in a triangle.
What the fuck?
And he was like, "Yeah, we gotta test this, because if anything happens, it's cool, and if not, we tried." So he was sitting there talking, and we started to ask if I was not, because I was scared. And I was pretty shy.
You were just sitting there?
Yeah. And the girl was sitting there and asking questions like, is there somebody here? Or if there's anybody here, do you want to sit beside me? And he was like, yeah, if you're here, could you blow on the fire? And it was a completely perfect wooden cabin, wood tree house. It was dead. there was no wind
Yeah,
getting in there.
like Deadshot, there wasn't like
Yeah.
any like they couldn't like any air could like seal through.
And you could see the flame like bending. And I was like, hell no, I'm out of here. I'm going away.
Sounds like kind of like what I was going to say about my mom, because they had a Ouija board like a lot of people had back then, because that was normal board game you could buy in stores. So I think the
normal board game.
Yeah, back in the day they were normal.
But weed and Ouija board.
So she was like 10 or 11, I believe she said.
Yep.
And she had like 5 or 6 girls over, or they were at their place.
Yep.
At some friend's place, and they were in the middle of, I think there was like 10 or 11, like close to midnight, and I was supposed to sleep, and they had like candles just and they just sat in a circle, and one of the girls just pulled out the Ouija board and starting and the parents had fallen asleep and stuff, and just asking questions like if there's anyone here, can you do something? And they just heard like a knock on a wall like behind them, and they were like, there was like a ha funny joke kind of thing, because they're 11, right? Someone could just like fuck with you.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like, if there's anyone here, can you do more? And just they had like 3 candles, I believe, like kind of close to each other, but all of them just went at the same time in darkness. And
I would think there's 5, 6 young ladies there.
Oh, they were
just
screaming their fucking ass at, like they were like, everything just went black.
Yeah.
When in the middle, like 10, 11 years old sitting in darkness in their living room, be like, let's do the Ouija board
thing.
Let's
try it out.
Yeah. And so my mom did that. Like, she was with, like, and one of the places I do want to go is where also my mom saw, like, I was sleeping there, like my birthday.
Yeah, the schoolhouse that you talked about.
Yeah, the old schoolhouse, which is like 15 minutes away from here, I believe.
Yeah, 15 minutes.
Or something. There was like this old schoolhouse, and we were sleeping there for a birthday celebration for me and my friend, because our birthday is pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
And mom and my friend's mom rented it to have a birthday there, and we were sleeping in this big, what is it, gymnasium? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. We were sleeping there, and my mom told me like later on that she saw like, she felt like really fucking cold. She was freezing, and she saw like from like the knees and down, like a woman kind of walk floating past her.
Yeah, and this was in summer, right?
Yeah. This was in summer. There was like, there was like 20 to 30 kids in there as well, and there was warm. There wasn't like a cold thing.
No.
So she saw like a woman like walk past her, like right behind, like past her face when she was because she felt like she needed to open her eyes to see what the fuck it was.
Yeah.
And then she was like freaked out about it. She didn't wake anybody up, but later on my friend's mother said as well, like she was sleeping on the side of the gymnasium, and she said that she also saw the same, like a white woman kind of walking through past the kids around there and out of the gymnasium and into the hallway, and none of them were like talking about it at the time, but none of them were like, did you see that, when they were awake.
No,
they were just, both of them saw it, fell asleep again in the middle of the night.
Not my problem.
Yeah, that is weird, because my mom is like, she visited me when I was watching Robert the Doll documentary last night, and she was like, ooh, are you watching creepy doll documentary? I mean, she believes it in some way, obviously, but she's like,
she's more into serial killers and stuff like that. Yeah,
she like the normal woman thing, right?
Yeah,
serial killers and that kind of stuff. But yeah, no, it's weird, because she's not like, she's not like, oh, it's a real ghost that it, like, someone calling?
Yeah, somebody calling work, of course.
Nice. Yeah, but yeah, it's weird, because she's not like my dad is not a believer. I mean, he's seen the video that I made, but he's like, when he watched Ghost Adventures back in the day as well on TV, I was like, oh, watch out, it's scary ghost, because it's like, he's so scared of anything. in general. Like the most scary movie he saw was The Shining, when it was on.
Yeah, but that is kind of scary.
But
too.
it's not. Yeah, but if you watch newer horror movies now, like that is kind of not. If it not, I mean,
you're never gonna get the same as The Shining was back in the day.
Yeah, no, but like he doesn't want to watch. Like if you watch a horror movie, he just walks out of the room because he don't want to get scared by the loud noises.
He's a smart man. He's a smart man.
So it's just like I think he want to like distance himself from it.
Yep.
But he have seen the video that when we were recording.
Yep.
So he believes it in some capacity, but it's not like...
It's not like, now I believe everything.
He hasn't seen anything or experienced it.
No.
Like my mom did when we were sleeping there. So it's
But then my question is, can we get the key? Can we get into the school?
Yeah, I would like to do that. I'm trying to figure out who the fuck... Because it's owned by... I don't know who owns it now. It's like owned by... I think it was... either the state who owned it first or like something, and the city owned it, and there was like private owned by some people who had like an organization or something. I'm trying to fucking dwindle down who the fuck got it.
But there is no restrictions to go into the house. So, and this lady is inside, isn't she?
I mean, she was, because I went there.
We would guess that she's stuck inside. But there is also the time that you and your friend drove the car up there and
we went there.
Almost got stranded.
I think that was like 1.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were driving up there like 12 o'clock and be like, do you want to see a scary... Because we were driving anyway. I'm like, do you want to see a scary ghost house? He was like, sure. And we parked there, and I think I have the video. I really want to find it.
Yeah.
Because I recorded with this camera. Just these windows, the big windows with like curtains, and all of a sudden like some of the curtains next to the stage just started swinging, and just kind of like someone just pulling them, looking, and they just deadly just stopped dead. And she was like, I was like, maybe we should just go. It felt bad. Yeah,
but could we then, because the car and her mobile phone got affected, didn't it? Yeah, and then my question is, wouldn't it be possible to sit outside even if we don't get the key and try and communicate?
Could be, yeah.
Of course, there is going to be a possible hazard for obstruction of all the noises, but...
But it's still possible to us to like go there like any day.
Yeah, and sit down and just
communicate. Just observe. But when I felt bad, I felt like I had a bad. I was like, this is not right. I was like, can we go?
Yeah.
And then we were starting to pull out and backing off and stuff because they were like pointing. We were just looking at it. We had to turn a little bit around, and when we went to the entrance of it, her watch started to blink. The smartwatch started to flicker on and off. And that was straight ahead. That was basically just like 20 centimeters from the steps to the entrance, and they're just starting to go fucking wild, like flickering. And as soon as we drove fucking fast, like just 5 meters away, not even that, it just didn't blink anymore. And it didn't turn off. There was nothing just activated it. There wasn't a notification. No. It just started to like something started to affect it. Yeah, it seemed like they were watching in the window, and they just chased us away. Like they were running for their fucking life to scare us, to tell us to fuck off, kind of thing. And that was fucked, because that didn't happen when we were at your parents' house. We didn't have the feeling of get a fuck out. Yeah, like the basement was scary, but we weren't like, okay,
it was just making noise to let it be heard that I'm here.
Yeah, but like seeing like actual like, because we didn't even pick that up. We didn't record that at your parents' place. We didn't record things moving.
No.
Like and I saw legit like someone just pulling the fucking curtains a lot of times and holding it up.
Yeah, like poltergeist.
Yeah, poltergeist activity, and that was fucked. And that is so. And I was like, why is that? And I was assuming it's like, is that moving?
Do you know what my first thought is when you're talking about that place?
No.
That is strapping a camera on you and sending you in there all alone.
The fuck no.
That is the only thing I'm thinking about.
I'm not gonna do that.
Sending you in there.
I didn't notice anything when I was there at my birthday. I was probably like 8, and I had all my friends around there, and that was just fun.
Yeah.
But if I went back there now, it's not gonna be fun.
It's not gonna be fun.
It's just it's just an empty gymnasium with like a scene on it.
Yeah.
And at the edge of the scene is where the curtains were that were moving. So I feel like it's just
putting on the show, kind of.
Yeah.
Or looking at the audience.
Yeah, trying to just like, I feel like this. I looked it up as well. There was like this owners who lived there before it got sold into like being a school and stuff.
Yeah.
And I believe the woman there died inside that place. And there is like a second like floor to it as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Where their beds were before.
Joachim is going up there.
Is it? Oh fuck! I thought it was frozen again. I'm scared. Yeah, and I'm not going up there, by the way, alone.
Oh yes.
But one place I do want to go first, though, is it's really close there as well. It's like they're pulling it apart in the beginning of 2024, like the old home, the old people house. It's weird. I mean,
the place going to be apartments and stuff.
Yes, 6 or 5 apartment just blocks and just tearing everything to the ground. And that is like 3 layers deep. There's a basement. There's a giant ass.
I'm never ever going down to that basement.
Let's go to the basement together.
It's huge.
Come on, bro. You and me. And we're sending the others to the other place. We get the best footage.
We're going to the basement.
We're getting the best footage. Come on, bro. Pound it.
I don't want to do that.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, and something else I remember there now is we didn't speak for a couple of months now.
Yeah.
And during this part, you have never heard my sister talk about it, and I couldn't figure out what she was talking about when she was home one day, and after she had seen some of the video that we experienced, and she was like, "Yeah, you know who it was, don't you?" And I was like, "No." I got scared as shit. Yeah, I told you he was real. Because when we were younger, she was always talking about somebody she was playing with, and we were like, but he's home. He's not here. Because our cousin, or third cousin, I think it is named Thomas.
Mm.
And my sister did always say that, yeah, I'm playing with Thomas. Thomas isn't here. He's gone. He left the building. He's back home. But she was insistent that Thomas was playing with her up in her room, and that there was never ever a person up there. And she was like, in June of this year, she was like, "Yeah, I told you Thomas is real. I told you I talked to him. I told you I played with him." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't like that you say that now."
But the thing is, though, is it? Well, have you seen Paranormal Activity? No, I haven't seen. You haven't seen the.
I've seen 1 and 2.
Okay. So I think it's in the
3.
I think in the 4th one, I believe, when they're younger. You haven't seen that, right? When they're kids.
Yeah.
It's like set back to the 70s or 80s. Have you seen that?
No.
Okay. So I'm not gonna spoil the movie for you.
Yeah,
like,
you can do, because I'm not gonna watch it, because then I feel like 3, 4, and all the others are, even though they tie 1 and 2 together, it's like
The fourth one is great though, really. Or like it just connects just the main 3 or the sister and the main character's story. But yeah, in that one, they're like, the girl like talks to someone at the room all the time because they got like this giant camera because the dad is like really into tech and shit.
Yeah.
So he bought like this giant ass camera, and he's like recording his daughter, one of the main characters, just talking to someone. I think it's not named Thomas, is it? I don't remember. There is a name similar to that the little girl had, but that obviously that was kind of like a demon thing.
Yeah.
That like said, "Oh, this is my name," trying to be nice about it. So do you think that there was like something that was your sister's friend who used the name because that's the name that she kind of like
kind of recognized.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like that this is a safe, nice name for like this is a good person with that name. I mean, I'm not saying that it's like a job.
I'm not quite sure, but I'm feeling like when we researched the place, my parents' house, alright, I feel like I remember somebody called Thomas, but I can't pinpoint if that's real or not, but I have to check it up. But I don't quite think that she used that name because that was something familiar. I just think that perhaps one of the kids of the person who lived there maybe was named Thomas or something. It's a common name.
It is.
So it could be, but
I don't know.
It's still kind of creepy. But for the next time we're going in there, we'll have a name to communicate with and try.
I mean, at least try to get something.
Yeah, if we ask for Thomas and somebody answers, I'm gonna be shitting myself. I'm never, ever, ever saying that name in that house again.
True. Yeah, I'm just thinking like, you know, the like people like demons are like either like because I feel like hold on, isn't like the curse of Annabelle the doll like in the movies and stuff? It's not like controlled by like a giant kind of demon thing. Remember that movie? I think it's the second one, nor the first one, I believe. Like they're in the elevator stuff, and you see like this. You see like the.
I don't remember. It's
I think it's like an end of the movie almost.
Yeah.
Like you see like the doll, and there's like this little baby carriage thing standing in top of like on the top of the elevator, and like and like the lightning strikes, and you see like this giant demon controlling Annabelle. So it's like a demon. Like being
I can't remember it.
Yeah, there's just a lot of things like, you know, just demons trying to like be either kids or being nice and stuff, and like saying there are other people, or like just to get closer to people. That's the first thing I thought when you said like that your sister had an imaginary friend called the same name as. Maybe I thought like maybe that was like a familiar nice name that she connected.
Probably could be.
So I don't know. That's just that I was like, it could be. I mean, it could be just actually
coincidence. At least.
Yeah.
But we'll never know. But maybe we'll find out more when we go back there. And we'll sleep on the couch and watch the stairs.
I don't want to sleep at the place, man.
Yeah, I know you don't want to, but I have been sleeping there, and even though I slept outside, not inside the house, because that's where my limits go. I'm not sleeping inside that house. I'm alone ever
which
again.
Is interesting. The thing is, I do want to sleep. Like I don't want to sleep there, but if I want to sleep there, I was like, my morbid curiosity was like, maybe if I put the recorder on the stairs and we slept there again, maybe someone else would hear it as well. So I'm not like
probably. But because if we put the recorder, if we're going to sleep on the couch again, and we put the recorder on the floor where the boots were going, and on the stairs, and I also would like to put one outside in the hall.
Okay. Yeah.
Just because I feel like you could pick up on some presence going in and out the door.
Yeah, I felt like I maybe put like the recorder like at the end of like the stair. Like the last stair before the hallway at your parents' place. I feel like that's putting one there is the really good place. But I do want to. It's like I want to sleep there just to see like
just to scratch that curiosity.
Because I was like, this is just it just got out of nowhere. I don't know where it came from. It just started to like. There was no sounds.
So it's settled then. We'll sleep there.
No, I'm not saying that. I said if I'm sleeping there,
we're gonna scratch your curiosity and we're going to sleep there and put the recorders down.
No,
we'll do it.
No,
we'll get a good couch if you want to.
Oh God, how's that gonna help me?
Yeah, then we'll be watching the TV.
And just not staring in this dark hallway.
Yeah,
like this empty void of nothingness. What I was looking at.
Yeah.
I was so fucking scared if I saw like a face there. Like, I'm not joking. I would have fucking freaked if I saw like some sort of like, not even a full face, but just like something that was forming a face coming out of the pitch darkness of the hallway.
Yeah, because it's black there.
Yeah, it's just like you can see
so dark.
It's just like pitch dark. Like we had that a little bit. I think we had a little bit of lights in the living room when they fell asleep.
Yeah, because we turned on the lights again.
Yeah, we had like a little bit when they fall asleep. So we see like on the last video when we recorded, it's just you see like the hallways pitch fucking dark.
Yeah.
And I think we turned almost everything off when they fell asleep. We had just a little bit.
Yeah.
So I had like these lights around me, but then there was just like darker and darker and just like this.
Yeah, and also in the darkness in the hallway there, it's complete darkness. So
yeah, it's just pitch dark. I didn't see anything.
No.
I just heard noises like someone walking down the stairs, and I was like, if someone pops their face out now, I'm ready to die. Like I'm ready to fuck it. Like I'm just gonna lay here and take it.
I'm gonna have that heart attack.
I'm just gonna lay here and die now. I'm like that. Yeah, that's it. That's the video. Okay, cool. I was ready for that.
Yeah.
That was terrifying. I'm so sad that we didn't put the recorder in the staircase because you could probably. I didn't make a lot of noise when I heard it. I don't know how long I just looked at there. I think it was like 2 or 3 minutes. I was just laying there and I was just staring at the hallway, just in pure silence, just looking. I was like, and I just looked, and then I was like, nope. And now I'm gonna turn around, and that didn't happen. I'm gonna sleep now, and that was terrifying.
Yeah,
I didn't like that. That's the most like physical evidence that we got other than the growl. Like is
Boots?
Because we didn't
dark shadow.
We didn't hear it with our own ears.
No,
which is more like that. I would if I recorded the stairs and we heard it on the recording, just the stairs walking, like that would be more okay for me. But hearing it in like a person just walking down there, going downstairs, that fucked me over. You guys are just sleep. You have been sleeping for like 20 or 30 minutes already.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is bad.
Yeah, I lost all my energy and was like, I remember talking, but I don't remember what we were talking about. And even when I was talking, I just saw complete black because I was already asleep.
I remember there was a noise in the basement, right? That we never recorded. Because
the first time when we were watching Ghost Adventures.
No, after that, before we went to bed. Because my brother was sleeping.
Yeah, when the light was flickering.
But before that as well. No, after that, I mean, because my brother was going to fall had a mattress in the middle of the living room, right?
Yeah, it woke me.
Yeah, and we heard from the basement, we just heard that same growl kind of noise from the basement. My brother hadn't fallen asleep yet, and I think you barely fell asleep at that point.
Yeah.
And he was so fucking fast and pulling that mattress close to the sofa.
He was closer to us.
Because we just put it there because it wasn't as cramped. But thinking about it, that was a terrible idea to put a mattress there.
Yeah, it was.
But we tried to disconnect it, right, when we were recording. We felt like we were done recording. We were like, yeah, now
finally we're done. But it wasn't over.
Yeah, we were like, we're not communicating now. Maybe they will take like a little bit of space. But when they heard like the noise, he pulled that mattress and everything so close.
Yeah, and it was really quick.
Yeah, that was fast. But you guys fell asleep though.
Yeah, I was just drained.
I'm happy for you guys.
It's clearly who was infected, if I can say it like that. Who was drained. Me and your brother was completely drained and falling asleep so fast. Yeah. You were just like completely awake.
Yeah, I just had the
like you hadn't lost a single piece of energy. You're just the same good old Joachim, awake, ready to play some games or watch a series.
Yeah, I wasn't that tired as like you guys were like, I'm gonna
fall asleep.
And I was my phone for a while as well, and I let it like to charge, and I was like, might as well try to sleep. And I closed my eyes and just hearing this squeaky wooden fucking stairs.
Yeah.
I was like, no, this is not happening.
No.
This is not happening today, bro.
No.
So yeah, no, that was fun. Other than that, do you have any favorite I mean, we can talk more about it. But favorite horror movie? Movie. Do you have one that sticks to you? That because I have one, and people say it's the worst one. You probably would say the same.
Yeah, The Grudge.
Yeah, The Grudge.
Yeah.
And I to this day, The Grudge is creepy because of the creepy the creeping.
Because of the creepy nature.
It's the creeping of it. It's like you see like a whole like a
it's
angle.
Jump scares. It's
no.
Just,
it's I think it's
it's
like
going to the core of you.
I think it's like 3 jump scares when they're all up close up into it and stuff, but it's kind of like someone like attached, like getting attached to you, getting closer and closer more.
Yeah, but I The Grudge didn't do it for me because me and my brother was watching the trailer and was really excited because the trailer was extremely scary. It was well done, and all the 3 jump scares were in the trailer, so we already knew about it when we watched the movie, and nothing else happened. And I think that ruined everything for me. I was ready for something jump scary and just terrifying you, and all it did was build up a creepy feeling, and the creepy feeling didn't do it for me.
Yeah, that is the worst thing for me, really. To be
jump scares is the worst because I'm so focused in my own mind and on the things I do that if I watch something and something jumps out of the screen or in my side vision, peripheral vision, then I get scared. But it's only for a second. So for me, probably the most scary movie that I have seen is gonna be and will always be Paranormal Activity because of the familiar nature with the door slamming of the kitchen and all the sounds and everything.
Yeah, and it's just obviously they made the movie to be more kind of like Blair Witch, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like anyone could record it.
Yeah.
Like it's just like a homemade kind of feeling to it.
It's just making a good story and putting up the right angles.
Yeah, and just, like people just documenting stuff and going somewhere kind of movie.
Sorry for spoilers, but in the second movie when the kitchen doors are
everything
up,
just blasting. Oh yeah, that is terrible.
If I was
remember
sick, then I would have shit myself because that scared the hell out of me. I was not prepared for that at all.
Yeah,
and that is why I love those 2 movies, because it is so familiar for something that I have grown up with, and it just nails it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I had legit nightmares of The Grudge for as long. I think it's up until I was like, I saw it when I was like, I don't know when did it come out. I saw it when it was out on DVD.
Yeah.
So it has been, I think it's like 2006, 7.
Yeah.
Something, and I saw it at like 11 o'clock with my friend because our parents were like sitting outside.
Yeah, in the other room.
Yeah, they were like outside, like talking and drinking, and and my friend was over, and we turned it on like 11 or 12 o'clock at night, and we watched it.
Yeah, that
but it's just like it's like pitch darkness around us, and we saw like this. It's like creeping, and after that, this is the issues that I had until like almost I think it was like up until I was like 23 or 24. I saw like the little kid in The Grudge when I walked up the stair, like the staircase, and we had like the sofa. So, and the window behind it, in the corner there, the pitch darkness. I always saw when I went up there, like to get a drink. I saw the little kid just sitting there, just looking at me in the pitch darkness.
Playing tricks on you.
Yeah. That did that for like legit from when I was like 9 until I was like 24. I'm not joking. And I tried to look there, and I was so fucking quick down that stairs because I was like, yeah, that kid is gonna come running after me now when I go down the stairs. I hate that, and I mean I can watch The Grudge now, but it's just like I haven't had it like since like I was 24.
Yeah,
I hadn't had the feeling of it, but it's just like it's stuck with me for a long time. So it's not like, I know it's not a good movie, but it is like a creeping
It's a creepy
feeling.
movie.
It's
Yeah.
like
It scarred you.
yeah, it's getting closer and closer, and getting like, you know, you don't notice it getting closer, but when you first see it, it's like Jesus.
But talking about movies scarring you, you probably will think this is a horrible, horrible suggestion of me. Because, but remember, for everyone watching, also that I grew up in the woods. There was woods everywhere, and when it's dark, it's pitch black. You could hear a toenail drop if you want to. But there is a movie called Villmark.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
With a dude dressing up in dresses and going around killing people near water. That movie scarred me. I was so afraid to go outside, just waiting for a man in a dress standing in the woods, being there like, I'm gonna kill you.
That's fun.
And I'm still scared of that man in a dress. It's just a fucking horrible, bad movie, but it still scares me that I'll meet a man in a dress in the woods.
Oh, yeah. I get that. It's just like something. I don't know. I'm just happy that I'm over like the creeping feeling of The Grudge for me now. So it's like it's not my favorite movie, but it's the most impressionate movie that I've seen. I guess I like affected me over a long time. I mean, I can watch like Paranormal Activity and know like kind of like what would happen, and it freaks me out a little bit, and it goes away quite quick, right?
It's actually the only movie I think that it's completely blank. If we put it on, I'll never know when the jump scares come because I don't remember it.
I remember half of them. Some of them I don't.
The only one I will remember
is the kitchen.
Yeah, I'll know that it comes, but I will never know when it comes.
Yeah, because they switch to the angles a few times, right, in the kitchen.
Yeah, I think they're in the kitchen 3 or 4 times.
And then like some of them just one of the pots fall down and stuff. But
one that is going to scare me till the end of days, and that I will never be prepared for, is in the first movie, the ending when he is throwing into the camera. Yeah.
It's so long as well, right? It's like a long...
I never expected it, because you're just sitting there, she's dragging him out, and you're just like, okay, so are the movie ending? Are we just watching this till the end of times? And then suddenly, just a black pair of shirts are just coming towards you, and he slams into the camera.
Yeah, I thought, when I saw that in the cinema, I thought that maybe like there'd be someone crawling up the stairs.
Yeah, something like
slowly, surely, like slowly towards the camera kind of thing. Because they were the screens like, yeah, well, he's done now. Here comes the woman kind of thing, like walking slowly up and just looking into the camera with a knife or whatever. I wasn't expecting the guy flying like close to it.
And he's flying fast.
Oh yeah, it is.
So that will probably always scare me, because I never expected it. And we've seen 3, 4 endings.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
And one of them is taking like 10 minutes.
That was a long... Yeah,
that is a long
we saw
wait.
Like the alternative, the first one, and there's also like an extended and the normal one, right?
I think if they send 10 minutes of just the video camera filming the stairs...
Yeah, there was nothing.
Before something happens.
Because
if you're sitting in the cinema watching a pair of stairs for 10 minutes, you're
just
going insane.
You're just like, the fuck is it going to happen now?
Are we finished yet?
Yeah, but that's... they never showed the alternative one outside of the US though.
No.
They just showed it a little bit in the US, and they had to pull it.
Yeah, it's too long.
From the cinemas, but they pulled it because people got like fucked over by it. Like people were like scared, so they're puking and shit, and like they had to pull the movie and release it 1.5 years later and had to change it up.
I remember.
Yeah, that was the thing. So I remember seeing it, but I didn't remember the ending being that long. But it makes sense, like if someone gets killed, like I feel like you can imagine like I guess Kate just standing there looking at the body or just sitting down for a while there before actually
doing something.
doing something. So it makes sense, but it's just I'm glad that I didn't see the long one in the movie because I would be like, okay, are we?
Yeah, that would ruin the movie for me.
Yeah.
At least first time watching it. The second time it's okay, but it's fun to see it.
Have you seen
something else?
Have you seen Blair Witch Project at all? I mean, it's old now.
Yeah, it's pretty old. I don't remember. I think we saw it long time ago when we were very young.
Did you know that the actors there didn't know what they were recording, and the director took away food and drinks from the actors, and they told them they legit left them in the forest with the camera at some point, like the main character, and like the legit like they. And after they recorded the movie, like the actors weren't allowed to go outside because they had to release the movie because they wanted to make it like a documentary, like the people were legit missing.
Yeah.
So the family couldn't even reach the actors.
Oh, that's creepy.
So like for them, all they knew was like they went with some people to record something in the forest as a little project, and they just didn't hear anything from them for 2 months. That is like yeah, my daughter.
Good luck.
Yeah, my daughter is probably like she's probably maybe dead now.
Yeah, she's dead. She's missing.
Yeah, so they legit did that. Like they legit like left her in the middle of the night with just camera, a little bit of food and water, and like the whole crew just whooped, they just left. That is so fucked. Like that is if you see.
But that is a good way to make a movie, though.
Yeah, but she's terrified in the movie because that's legit her reaction. Because the crew and stuff, like some of them are like so far away, then they legit made sounds in the forest.
Yeah.
To get her legit reaction because they told her like just keep filming, and no, like that is.
That is fucked up, but that is a smart move.
But like
that is really big brain.
It is breaching so fucking many like you're not telling because the actors didn't even know what they were making. They thought they were like just they had like here's the camera, film something, like you have some lines and like act like you're doing this. Like they weren't giving like this is how like
it's too much.
Yeah, they were giving this like the less amount of info ever. And they were like, hey, this is what they're doing, this is the project. There we go. So I mean, it made it a good movie, and it's the first. It kind of like what catapulted the found footage thing, obviously, because that wasn't a thing before a lot. Like you barely saw it, and it didn't. At least people didn't care about it. It's fucked though.
It's fucked.
Do you have any favorite horror games? Do you play any scary games?
I do not play any scary games. Well, I played. It's not pretty scary, but Doom. I tried. Yeah. Remember when PlayStation VR came out?
Yeah.
You had a roller coaster.
I think I actually made a video on that, didn't I? I think
I'm not quite sure, but I used that video game to scare so many people because I went through it myself first, sitting in a dark room and playing this game.
You did that with me as well.
Yeah, and I scared shit out of people.
And I recorded a video of that on my gaming channel, actually, on here. I legit made a video with the VR headset with it because you just got it, and it was like the demo thing with like the roller coaster shit.
That was scary.
And I think that was the first and last time I ever had like. I mean, I haven't tried any VR headsets afterwards. I just played that demo and that game a little bit, and then that is about it. I think I have it.
But the VR headsets for horror movies or horror games are just, it's perfect.
It is if the game is executed.
If you have a heart for it.
Yeah, I think the perfect game to play it is Resident Evil 7. It's really good at it. I mean, so the Resi games now is pretty good at it in general. But some of the games that they release on it, the horror games, are not that good. Like, it's not optimized, but it's... I've never been a big VR guy anyway. Like it's not my thing to be like, oh, just play VR. I like to immerse myself obviously in games.
It's too early in the process to start to be hyped for VR games, I think, because it will eventually get there at some point if people continue to buy it and continue to give feedback, but it's got a long way to go because it's way too expensive to buy a helmet and a rig that you can stand in and walk
on. So
those are pretty cool, but it's 500,000 Norwegian kroner.
And you have to like this massive setup to get it and put it there, and there's like the production is not there on it. So
I have to work a year, not pay for my house, no, for my apartment, for my car, my taxes, food.
Just to
I have to work over a year.
Just to get
no. And that's not happening. But probably call it there. I'm sitting on this lousy chair and my back is hurting.
So, before we go.
Yeah.
What are your dream predictions like when you go back? Do you have anything like you don't want to experience again, or is there anything you want to like either confirm or like try that you never tried? Because last time we were
going to use cat balls. That is touch sensitive. That you need to touch them for them to light up. So I'm pretty excited for that. I would actually prefer to have something similar happen, or probably more. I would be disappointed with less, but it would, if something less happened, it would kind of show that my thought on people or energies passing by would be more likely.
Yeah.
But since we're having maybe three other persons this time, and then I would love for it to go just crazy bananas, because then it's not just me and you and your brother experiencing it, then it's three random people, and we can honestly say then that we didn't make it up.
Yeah.
We didn't set up anything or anything like that. So I would hopefully something it just goes crazy bananas and makes a lot of sounds. I shouldn't say this to you, but I've been triggering it a little bit when I'm home.
What do you mean?
When I'm alone, because I walk around the house, because I could feel every single time somebody stares at me or is in the same energy space that I am. I can feel my hair just rising up and it's getting chills. And I've been talking around the house saying, yeah, we're coming back to film more. We would love for more noises. Is it you, Grandpa? You, Grandma? Anyone else want to talk? Just save your energy because we're coming back. So I've been triggering it a little bit because I want to get more noises. I want to get more people talking.
Yeah, and I mean, first time when we did it, we didn't know what to do or what to film or where the noises were. I was happy about just getting maybe two orbs, maybe at most, and maybe like a little knock. It's like I would be like, oh, okay, we got
something.
We got like a few minutes of stuff, but it got so. Yeah, I can't wait to like get the touch ball things.
Yeah,
and I bought 6 of them, so like we can place them like
we place in the basement, in the kitchen, in the attic, and in the stairs and in the hallway.
That would be fucked if we placed it in the stairs and we actually recorded a little bit before we went to bed, and then then it goes off, and then we had like recordings at like a recorder there as well. And just like a visual of actually like
somebody stepping there.
Yeah, and you see like it's triggering and the recording also.
Yeah.
And obviously then the camera will pick it up because it's like a legit noise that we can hear it as well.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. I don't know. I'm not expecting more. I'm just expecting it.
I'm hoping for more, but expecting at least something.
Because I feel like we were so vulnerable as well, or we were like scared vulnerable. We didn't know what the fuck was going on. I'm probably not gonna feel so safe when I get there, but for now I feel like more, we know kind of what to do, but when we get there I feel like it's getting like all of that just gets thrown away. I feel like maybe
I think maybe if we feel like it's going to be creepy and the energy feels that we are creeped out, then probably we'll get the same result, or at least something similar like last time.
Yeah,
hopefully.
So I'm hopeful that I will get like some other evidence, or even like more talking from someone else.
Yeah,
that's the thing that I really want.
If somebody answers,
like if we got like, I'm so happy that we got like the clear like dark shadow reference, because you said like, I said like, oh, I saw something in the kitchen. And I was like a dark, like a dark shadow.
Yeah.
And they hear like the
dark
shadow whisper right out, which was kind of like a confirmation of like maybe that was the person that we saw. Like, oh yeah, that was kind of me.
Yeah, and also the recognition I got upstairs when I was sitting there asking for two people, and we hear first, and then two.
Yeah, we got that, and
that also.
I just wish we got like, I don't know if there's any like. You saw like, you guys have like seen like a woman there right before.
Yeah, I have seen, not the others.
Yeah, but like there's like a woman that you've seen and stuff, and so I feel like that's
connecting to Dark Shadow voice.
Yeah,
is kind of creepy.
Yeah, so I wish like, because we heard heavy boots, right? Is that growling thing like kind of like a man kind of like get the fuck out of my space kind of area? Is it like try to,
or is it his animals?
Is it animals, or is it like the boots like he's trying to like chase us out? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I wish we get like more real movement, like we actually get like physical
something touching
evidence,
something,
like either like something just
something.
knocking something out, or like something not slamming, but just like something more than just me going through like 10 hours of recording and just picking up
sounds,
something that I didn't expect, because that was like 60% of the fucking movie. Just like listening to like 18 to 20 hours of just and I heard like I was full volume, and I was like, the fuck was that? And I heard like the footsteps, like I was like, what the hell? I was sitting here with goosebumps. I was like, and when I heard like the dark shadow, I was like, the fuck did I just hear? Like, because we didn't. I want to like, I don't know. We need to do more live EVP sessions. I feel like we didn't do that.
Not enough.
We did it twice. I think that was like short ones. We need to do a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then we can use the shitty microphone or whatever. I don't care.
It's too expensive. We should get a spirit box.
I mean,
it's way too expensive, but I want a spirit box.
Yeah. Or a temperature. Yeah, that and also like a temperature thing, so we can make. But spirit box is obviously the best. I mean, the top thing we can get.
Yeah. I would have that.
So hopefully we will get something good. Hopefully we'll get it soon. But also I do want to figure out other locations.
Yeah.
And at least I want to do like the old people home area thing that is close to here, because they're demolishing. They're just destroying the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I do want to like. I don't think there's a lot of creep. There's not like known to be creepy ghost shit, but it's like,
if there is anything, there's bound to be something there.
It's like it's not a new building, and it's a lot of like old people living there and stuff, and like the last days were there. You know all about this. You lived in an old building with like people dying and shit. We experienced stuff there.
Yeah, we experienced stuff there too, but that's for another time.
Yeah, that scared the living shit. I mean, I'm glad you're not living there anymore.
Yeah, me too.
So, thank you for telling the story of the spooky house.
Yeah, and there's probably more spooky stuff to come.
Yeah, we need a follow-up thing.
We need a follow-up.
If we actually get something and we like...
It's the only place we'll be bound to be able to get to every single time we want to get there.
Yeah, but also I did like, it's kind of confirmed kind of thing, because her parents they just live with it. They're just kind of like It's normal.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's like it's normal
Yeah.
kind of thing. But like if you're going places like the one that I want to go, like yeah, there could be something there, but we don't know.
Yeah, and I'm also telling my mother that she's not gonna use any incense before this time.
Did you do that?
Yeah, I think she used it 2 weeks or something before.
Yeah.
Because she used some incense type to push spirits out.
So they believe that
Quiet it down.
That they believe that it is working, or is it?
Yeah,
like,
it is working.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, oh yeah. Because if you don't use it for a long time, you can actually smell my grandpa smoking somewhere.
That's weird. I mean, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, don't do that, don't use it, but it would be for evidence sake.
Yeah, we're not gonna use that.
That's cool. I'm not saying cool, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm hyped about it, but also scared me. It scares me. But yeah, that's cool. Oh, good to talk about fun stuff in life.
Yeah.
Ghost stuff.
Fun stuff. Ghost stuff.
We'll see you guys next time with a follow-up on the ghost stories of...
yeah, something being in Norway, ghosts.
Bye-bye, people.
Bye.
What was that? Did you... Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I think it was... What was that? Did you just...
There's a few Pokemon cards.
Oh, thank fucking...
Little packets.
Oh, thank fucking
I
God.
was like, what is that?
Yeah, it sounded like a plasticky.
Happy Halloween with trick or treat.
Yeah, that was just the Halloween packs.
But was there a sign there?
I don't think so. I don't think there's anything in here, so...
Nah. Never say never, your computer died.
Thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.